that America felt our oceans protected us, that we were somehow a little less vulnerable to perhaps those types of attacks than other countries across the world. That day, our entire view of America's security changed, and it caused our national security team and the president to reevaluate America's security in light of this very different threat in the world.
From the beginning of the Bush administration, Richard Clarke says that he did everything in his power to coax them into action against al-Qaeda, without success. In the 24 hours following 9/11, the Bush team was ready to go to war. But Mr. Clarke says they picked the wrong target.
Well, in meetings on September 11th and on September 12th, the Defense Department officials, including Secretary Rumsfeld, began talking about the need to attack Iraq. Now, I first thought they were kidding, and it became clear they weren't. Rumsfeld said, well, yeah, we could attack Afghanistan, but there aren't very many targets to bomb in Afghanistan, and they're not worth very much. So we should bomb Iraq where there are much better targets. And I thought, but there's no connection between what just happened and Iraq. That didn't seem to bother them. I said, well, attacking Iraq actually will make it more difficult for us to get the kinds of support that we need in the world, particularly in the Muslim world. That didn't seem to bother them. Secretary Powell tried to have a restraining influence on this discussion. Secretary Powell said, look, the world is not going to understand if we don't go after Afghanistan. That's where the attack of September 11th was launched from. So reluctantly, during the course of the week, the Defense Department came around to a consensus, and the consensus was called Afghanistan First. And that's what the President approved. An Afghanistan First policy. It was very clear what was second. And what was second was Iraq.
There has been a lot of controversy about the Bush administration's truthfulness about 9/11. Even 8 months after the attack, Condoleezza Rice maintained that there had been no warnings.
I don't think anybody could have predicted that these people would take an airplane and slam it into the World Trade Center, take another one and slam it into the Pentagon, that they would try to use an airplane as a missile, a hijacked airplane as a missile.
One could not have not known about that. There were, known plans to us to fly a plane into the CIA. We certainly knew about other operations in other parts of the world involving flying a plane into a target. So it was on everybody's radar screen, and I don't accept the argument somehow this couldn't have been imagined or something.
I've